كلمة لكبير المحللين في ميديا كرييت التي توفر بيانات التسويق والتوجيهات لمعظم ناشري ألعاب اليابان مثل نيناتو وسوني، بصفته اختصاصي في قطاع الألعاب الناشئة، ويعتبر بمثابة مرشد لجيم فوندرز، أول مسرع للأعمال متخصصة بالألعاب بالكامل، بالإضافة إلى كونه مستشارا دوليا وكذلك متحدثا في مؤتمرات مطوري الألعاب في أكثر من 10 دول بما فيها مؤتمر الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا للألعاب MEGA والمؤتمر المغاربي للألعاب الفيديو. الكلمة الآن لشو ساتو رئيس التحليل في ميديا كرييت.
Okay. Yeah. Can you see the presentation? Can I see? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ana ismi Shu Sato. Today I'm going to talking about how do the Japanese game companies see the Arabic game market and industry. At first, let me explain about MediaCreate. MediaCreate is the one and only independent game marketing firm in Japan. We established in 1994 when the original PlayStation was launched. Since then, we have been a game business researcher in Japan, Asia, and emerging nations like MENA region, Asharq al-Awsat or Shamal Afriqiya. Our data and reports are regarded as an industrial standard in the Japanese game business. We also are the opinion leader of Japanese game industry. Our clients include the most big Japanese game publishers and platformers like Nintendo, SGE, now SIE, and Sega, and Gung-Ho, Square Enix, Konami, and Capcom. We are intelligence company, so we provide you with the business intelligence in the game industry. And first of all, why am I here? Who is Sho Sato? Before I work in MediaCreate, I worked in Jordan, in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, and I worked with many Jordanian game companies. And then my work is to, research the international expansion strategy for the Jordanian gaming companies. So after that, after I entered the MediaCreate, first of all, I started to do the, Japanese game marketing, but my CEO said, you came from Middle East, then you have to do the game marketing in this region. So then that's why we start to do the, Middle Eastern game marketing research as well. Okay, first of all, why do Japanese game companies get interested in the emerging game market? First of all, this is the data about the smartphone game market in Japan. From the 2011 to 2012, it has a kind of a big explosive growth, more than tripled or doubled or tripled. And then from 2012 to 2013, it is also doubled. But after that, its growth rate is slowing and slowing. And now from 2014 to 2015, it's just less than 10% increase. And then after that, I think after the 2016, the market should be matured, and it's very difficult to find the new game users. And then it's on the Japanese game market to become more competitive, and it's very difficult for the Japanese game companies to survive inside the Japanese game market. So that's why they are interested in the market outside Japan. But the game market in the US or Europe is also matured. It's very difficult to enter. So that's why they are interested in the emerging countries like the Southeastern Asia or India or Latin America or Eastern Europe and so on. Especially, for example, Bandai Namco had an office in Malaysia, Mexico, Romania, And then, many Japanese game companies ask our office, where is a better place to enter or something like that. So, and especially, they ask me about, how to enter the MENA game market. Because I'm going to explain why. Why is the MENA game market important for the Japanese game companies? First of all, it is a very young society and high population increase rate. As you know, the whole all over the Arab region is very, the percentage of young people in the Arab region is very, very high. And although the population growth rate of Arab states are highest all over the world, and also, we can speak about the high adaptability to social media. I just took an example from the Reintroducing Social Sciences report. According to this report, as for the Facebook, in the 2013, it has just 7.8 million, but in the 2015, it increases to the 11 million. It means a 41% growth. It is very big. And it's just one example. As you know, in here, Instagram or other Instagram or other social media is so popular in here. And in addition to that, you can see the high influence of the YouTube in here. A few years ago, I heard the active user rate of the YouTube in Saudi is one of the highest in the world, and even now, we can find many very popular YouTubers who got a lot of views. I just took an example about the Saudi gamer. They got around 2 million views about a very famous mobile game called ArabNet. So it seems that popularity of social media is one of the highest, even compared to other emerging regions. So it means that you can expand your game not only to the other hardcore gamers, but also to the other people who don't play games. So then we can expect the potential of the expansion of the game users in here. Also, maybe you know these things. Have you played Atari or Nintendo family? Have you played this? 50%, very high. I see. Yeah, as you know, exactly. The Middle East is new market, but at the same time, many people has played console games for a very, very long time. So, and this is also, Sakhar. It means stone. It is also the very old MSX machine, which is made in Arab region, I heard. As you can see, for example, if you compared with other emerging region like India, in India, you cannot find such a strong popularity of console games. But in here, you can find a lot of hardcore, a lot of the fans of the games. So yeah, I think it is one of the good potential of the whole game market in here. And from the view, in view of the Japanese company, it seems that there are a lot of fans of the Japanese games and anime in here. Maybe you know this. Do you know Grandizer? Yeah, many people know Grandizer. Yeah. So Ali, Battlefield, Hayatara, Grandizer or something like that. Right? Yeah, right? Yeah, I think, because when I was in Jordan, many people can sing this main theme. So I was so surprising because in Japan, Grandizer is not so popular. Yeah. Usually in Japan, Mazinger Z, which is the predecessor of the Grandizer, and Great Mazinger is more popular, and Grandizer is not so popular in Japan. But in here, many people know Grandizer, so it was very surprising. But besides Grandizer, there are a lot of very famous Japanese animation, like the Hamasi, Hamasi 5, right? Hamasi, and Captain Majid. I mean, the Captain Tsubasa in Japanese. And it seems that there are a lot of Japanese games and animation fans in here. And sometimes some Arabic game developer ask me, how can we get the Japanese IP like this? So yeah, it's kind of the, how can I say, maybe the Japanese game company didn't know about these, how can I say, such a popularity of in the MENA region, I think. But I think it is one of the good reasons for the Japanese game companies to work with Arabic game company as well. Also, because of these reasons, MENA game market is expanding so rapidly. It is a very popular game report from the WAMDA. According to this, you can see the mobile game market and the online game market has a strong growth potential. In my opinion, I think the growth rate of mobile game is higher than the online game market. But it is a kind of the actual data. So, yeah. And among the MENA countries, KSA, I mean the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is and will be the largest game market. You can see the high spending power of GCC countries. I just took data about the clan ranking of the Clash of Clans. This is very famous worldwide game. But according to this, sometimes clans from the Arab region come to the very top of the how can I say ranking. They say Arab champions or Emirates or the Jazeera. I think outside MENA region they don't put such a name. I think so. Maybe there are Arab clans. So, in addition to that, this title become very famous in the MENA region. Intercamel slotting. But this is developed by the one MT. This is a Chinese company. Chinese company make this game and Arabize it. Yeah. It is become the top one in the Saudi Arabia, but at the same time, interestingly, it is also the top 30 in the US. I played this game and then I checked, but in the tutorial, everything is in Arabic. And then after playing the tutorial, you can change it from the Arabic to the English, but I think the usual American people don't play this game. So in my guess, it seems that in here and many GCC countries, many people don't use their own app store. For example, in the people in the UAE don't use the UAE app store instead of the American app store or Canadian app store or other English-speaking app store. And I also see that in Morocco or Algeria, they use the French app store. So it seems that, how can I say, if you just check the Saudi Arabian app store, you cannot see the true spending power of game users in here, I think. Yeah, so I think the true market volume of Saudi Arabia and other GCC countries is much higher and higher. Okay, how is the recent condition of Arabic game companies? In my point of view, you are professional. And then, firstly, this is an example of the game titles from the MENA region. I just check out a few things. There are many games come from the MENA region, but interestingly, some of them are focused on global market. Meanwhile, other game company focus on the Arabic game market. It is a kind of the unique situation in the Arabic region. Because, for example, if you go to India or Southeastern Asia, most people say they just try to do the global market, not the local market. Like, for example, if you ask for the Indonesian game company, they don't say, they don't want to enter the Indonesian market. It's too small. But in here, I can find many Arabic game company who want to focus on the Arabic game market. It is a kind of the interesting, unique thing. And although I can see the many regional collaboration of game developers, it is also a very unique fact. Maybe you know these things. But meanwhile, there are various challenges for the game developers in the Arabic-speaking region. Difficulty in the attracting investors, lack of experienced game publishers, Google Merchant certification, and this is it's okay in the GCC countries, but in the North Africa, many countries they don't have Google Merchant certification, like Morocco or Algeria. And also, the number of the educational institutes specialized in the game education is very, very limited in here. Finally, the networking with the game developers and the publishers in other regions is also kind of very difficult. So in order to solve these issues, a collaboration with international game companies is quite important. So how can Japanese game companies and developers help you? From the point of the Japanese game publishers, like big Japanese game publisher like Square Enix or something, they can support development and marketing in here, and also they can publish into other regions or invest into the project or company. From view of the Japanese game creators, as you know, from the era of Famicom or Super Famicom, they have a lot of legendary game creators, and then they want to, how can I say, work with international game creators. So if you, how can I say, attract such a game creator to come to here, then they can tell you how to design games which can be successful globally. And they can provide network with other game-related people, because legendary game creator knows legendary game creator. So yeah, I think you have a chance. And finally, the Japanese game journalist is also important because they can feature your games in the Japanese game market, which is important to be successful in the Japanese game market. And although the appealing to the other Japanese game companies is the role of the Japanese game journalists, I think. But always I see the difficulty for the international companies to work with Japanese companies. Why? Usually, if you work with the overseas business division of Japanese game companies, how can I say? They can say, oh, we can work together or something. But usually, in the Japanese game company, domestic business is the first priority, and overseas business is the second priority. I think it's not a good thing, but it is true thing. It is real. And usually it is refused by the upper division or domestic business or executive committee division. So, and if you want to connect with the executive committee division, they cannot connect mainly because they cannot speak English. They can only speak Japanese. It's a big problem. So this is our work. We have a long experience of working with the executives of the many Japanese game publishers. So please making use of our 20 years experience with Japanese game companies. That's the end of my presentation. Shukran jazilan.